So you've been using your mirror for a long time now. You probably didn't even think twice about that. But recently, I came across an amazing mirror that I've never used before, and that's called Zirk. I accidentally came across this mirror because the assistant actually mixed some instruments between a hygiene cassette and a endo cassette. It looked obviously different in my hands, but when I used it, I didn't think much of it. I thought it was just a handle difference. But the very first time I set my eyes on these Zirk mirrors, it was night and day, literally. The brightness, incredible. I can see the light going into the canals. As far as clarity, it was like the difference between watching standard television and HD television. Now, I was thinking about the ways to demonstrate this, and I thought it would be really easy. I thought I could just shoot video through a microscope, show examples of one mirror versus the Zirk mirror, and it would be obvious. But I tried that, and the funny thing was, I didn't notice as big of a difference in those videos as I did in real life. In real life, it is obvious. I wish I can just show it to you. The best way, unfortunately, in the end, is to just use it for a first time. So I took video and I took some photos. I think the best way in this particular case, from what I have, is to use photography as a means to show the difference. So it's not as big of a difference as I mentioned, but it will still give you an example. So one of the big differences is, one, if you put the picture side by side between a Zirk mirror photograph versus a normal mirror photograph, there's a difference. But the difference isn't that obvious until you zoom in, and then you'll see the graininess that you see in your traditional mirror that you don't see as much on your Zirk mirror photograph. Now, the other big difference is just taking high quality photos. I've noticed, and this is randomized, I didn't expect this to be this obvious, but I took a series of photos. I thought all of them were in focus without blurring. But it turns out all the photos that I use with Zirk were clear and focused without blurring. Okay, so better photography is one way to show it. And again, it still doesn't really compare to what you see the difference in your just normal eyes without a camera in between. But another way I'm hoping to showcase the difference in brightness, at least, is to put the mirror side by side. And I thought a good way is to have a light source, put the mirrors reflected on a surface, and then you can see the ring of light, and then you'll notice a difference in brightness in that circle of reflective light. So you have it. Zirk mirrors, give it a try. It would brighten and you'll see things that you haven't seen before.